Rich, it's top of the table to visit the Innocent New Lawn on Tuesday night. How are you looking forward to that one?
Well, like every other game, really. You know, they are top of the table, and they're there for a reason. They've changed the style of play from what I've seen from the last couple of seasons, and knock it around well. They've got a lot of quality players and can score from set plays and open play, so it's going to be a good game.
But I think it can be a little bit tough to remember when you're looking ahead to a side who are top of the league. The Forest Green are actually right up there as well. Not many points off Newport and in 4th place in the table. So it's been a really good start.
It has been a good start. You know, we're 4 points behind at the moment. There's a lot of teams that are up there and can stay up there, and it's important we're going to be one of them.
And when you look at Newport, you've mentioned that change in style. Typically, they press quite high and fast, don't they? And they like to get forward and they like to stick balls in the box.
Yeah, and that's why they're top of the table. They're there for a reason, like I said before. So it's important that we do what we do. Obviously, give them the respect and look how they play, and earmark what their strengths are. But it's important we do what we do as well.
And when you're preparing for a game like this, how important is it in terms of finding a balance between focusing on Newport and making sure that Forest Green do what Forest Green do best?
Yeah, I think we back ourselves in the vast majority of games we play. If we play well, we've got a great chance of winning the game, and that's what we're concentrating on.
And last time out, it was bottom of the table, Southend United. This time it's top of the table. There should be, on paper, a bit of a gulf in quality between the two, but based on how difficult Southend were to break down, you almost wouldn't know it, would you? No,
I think the league, if you're consistent and play consistently well, you're going to be in the top half of the table, or the top 6 or top 7, whatever you're looking at. It's how you play on the day and how teams against you play on the day. Like you said, Southend was a hard place to go. And unfortunately for them, they've got very few points at the moment, and when you go there, everybody expects you to win, so it's a massive banana skin. So it's important we're professional. You know, we got 3 points, and you travel to Barrow and travel to Southend in 1 week, so 4 points is pretty good.
And then someone like a side like Newport, they're obviously not a banana skin. You know they're a good side, and obviously based on the league positions, you're going into it as the underdog. So I suppose in that sense, does it take a little bit of pressure off and allow you to play and perhaps strut your stuff? Yeah,
like you say, I think a lot of teams come to certain places and like you say, park the bus and make it hard to play. But you know, you look at Newport, they've got no fear of going to anywhere by the looks of it, so it should be quite an open game.
And just 2 defeats for Newport this season, so clearly a tough side to beat. But again, Forest Green only 3 defeats, and as you say, 4 points off. So really, it should be an entertaining top of the table clash.
It should be a good game. Like you said, like Michael Flynn's done fantastic at the club at the moment with his staff from when he's come in. So he's got them playing. He's got belief in winning, and that's what we've got at our club as well. So it should all be a good game.
And it's really important to carry momentum from Southend United game. Obviously, no game this weekend, so a little bit of extra rest for the players after a very hectic schedule. But that momentum's still got to keep sort of bounding on, hasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit of rest, because we came in Saturday, another really good session Saturday. It was high tempo. We got a lot of quality out of the session, so you know, we're ready to train today, ready for the game Tuesday.
And we've touched on the table sort of at the top end, the top 4 or 5 sides. But the whole of the table, it's you don't realise how tight it is. For example, a side like Bolton, who looked to be struggling, and now suddenly 3 points off Forest Green, and you kind of don't appreciate really how volatile the table can be at this point in the season, especially at this level.
No, it's a tough league. When you mention teams like Bolton, Salford, Mansfield, there's a lot of quality. Yeah, well. You can just reel them all off. It's a real tough league. And you've got to work hard and play well to be in the top half.
And I suppose another thing you could argue at this level is, while Newport are coming at the top of this table side, you're more likely to have an off day at this level, whether that be Forest Green, whether that be Newport, whether that be someone else down the line. You haven't got sort of sides like Manchester City and Liverpool in the Premier League where they win handsomely every week, have you? And there's often higher levels of competition, I suppose.
Well, you mentioned Liverpool and Man City. They've taken some beatings this year as well. And anybody can turn up on the day and have an off day. But like this league sort of dictates, if you're consistent and you win more games than you lose, you're going to be up there. So for me, the key to being up there is consistency.
And in the Newport side, obviously a familiar face in Liam Shepherd. a player who's been very useful for Forest Green over the last few years, so I imagine it'll be nice to see him again, but you'll be wary of what he can bring to the table.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like I say, they're full of quality. I'd like to think we are as well. You know, we've got Jamil Matt going back, Aaron Collins going back, so there's a lot of old friends meeting up.
And I suppose, given how far Forest Green have to travel for a lot of games, I suppose you mentioned Barrow and Southend last week, you could almost count this as a derby in that it's only an hour away.
Well, it probably is, you know, apart from Cheltenham is probably our next closest game, but travelling is not an issue. You know, we know we've got to do it, and we know we have to travel miles up north and down south, so that's part of the job, so no excuses when we go to away games.
So finally, what's the message to the players going into this one?
Be consistent. If we play as well as we can, we've got a great chance of winning another game.
Right.